Hello guys, my name is Prince and this is Smart Center. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos. Post your comments and questions on my social media handles and I'll respond to it. We are still on the topic change of subject. In the previous video, we took a question on changing the subject of equations that involves fraction. In this video, we are going to take another question on changing the subject of equations that involve fractions. So let's look at our question for this video. Make n the subject in 1 divided by t is equal to 1 divided by n plus 1 divided by y. Find n when t is equal to 2 and y is equal to 4. Let's deal with the first part of our question, then we'll tackle the next part. The first part says that we should make y n the subject. We should make n the subject in the expression 1 over t is equal to 1 over n plus 1 over y. So we want to make n the subject. Now, this is an equation that involves fractions. We said that whenever the equation involves fractions, what do? You identify the fractions. So the fractions are 1 over t, 1 over n, and 1 over y. Then from there, you identify the denominators. The denominators are t, n, and y. Then you find the LCM of the denominators. But we said that when you have variables as the denominators, multiply the variables and use them as the denominators, as the LCM. So because we have variables as the denominators, we are going to multiply them and we will use it as the LCM. So here the LCM we are going to use is going to be t times n times y. This will be our LCM. Now in algebra, we know that we usually don't write multiplication. So t times n times y will be written as t n y. So this is the LCM that we are going to use, t n y. After that, after you found the LCM, as we've done in this case, you identify the terms in the equation. The terms in this equation are 1 over t, 1 over n, and 1 over y. Now, after you have identified the terms, you multiply each term by the LCM. So that is the next thing we are going to do. We are going to multiply each term by the LCM, which is t and y. So we multiply 1 over t by t and y. We multiply 1 over n by t and y as we have here, and we multiply 1 over y by t and y. From here, you do the cancellation. So you can see that t here will cancel t, n will cancel n, and y will cancel y. So in effect, we are going to get ny times 1. Ny times 1 is ny. Because n is gone and this n is also gone, we are going to get ty times 1. Ty times 1 give us ty. Now this y is gone and this y is also gone, so you are going to have tn times 1, which will give us tn. So we have been able to clear all the fractions. Now we can go ahead, group our like terms, factorize, and simplify. So what do? We want to make n the subject. So we make sure that all the terms containing n are on one side of the equation. The terms containing n are ny and tn. So I'll make sure that ny and tn are on one side of the equation. Because ny is already here, I'm going to bring tn over from the right hand side to the left hand side. So that will give me ny minus tn. Ty is already here, so I'll keep it there. From here, I'll factorize out n because that is what I want to make the subject. So I'll factorize n out. When I do that, I'm going to have n into brackets y minus t is equal to ty. I've explained why we have to put y minus t into brackets several times. So I hope that by this time you understand it. Okay, when we get here, what do? The variable we want to make the subject is n. What is attached to n is y minus t. So we have to divide through by y minus t. So we divide the left hand side by y minus t. We divide the right hand side by y minus t. So y minus t here, this y minus t will cancel this y minus t, and we are going to get n is equal to ty divided by y minus t. Once again, someone may ask, why are we not using this y to cancel this y? If you want to understand why we are not cancelling, go and watch the video on division of algebraic expressions. I explained why you don't have to cancel, or why cancelling this is wrong. If you watch that video, you understand it very, very well. Let's move on to the second part of our question. It said that we should find n when t is equal to 2 and y is equal to 4. We have been able to make n the subject, so all we need to do is to substitute these two values into the new equation. So where we see n, we will replace it with 2. Where we see y, we will replace it with 4. So this is going to give us n into brackets 2 times 4 divided by 4 minus 2, and this will give us n to be equal to 4. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the video. See you in the next video, where we are going to solve another example on changing the subjects of equations involving fractions. Bye bye.